We have plosives. Plosives means stops. So let's dive into the plosives. The bilabial plosives P, which I explained, is both lips are touching, airflow begins, do it with me, building up pressure, and explodes. The sound explodes. A lot of people, they often don't put enough pressure on the airflow or don't let the pressure build up strong enough, and as it comes out a little bit weak. So make sure that your explosion is powerful and dynamic, making that snap. P, p, p. Perfect, practice that with me. Pin, pin, pen, pen, pot, pot. Practice the sound with me. P, p, p. Another problem that can happen with the P sound with non-native speakers can be a little bit breathy, like pa, 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 pa. It's releasing too much air and not keeping it central. So you want your air to explode out as the lips separate, and you want it to explode out funneled. And imagine you're creating a funnel and you're actually forcing the air towards each other, as if you're blowing a bubble. As if you're blowing up a balloon or blowing a bubble. P, p, p. The sound in the air is coming out condensed and direct. It's not coming out p, p, p. This is going to make your accent sound weak. So that's at the front of the word. So if you're struggling with this sound, don't move on to middle or end of the word sounds. Just continue practicing the P sound at the beginning of these words, and go to your workbook and find more words with them in the beginning and keep practicing them for this week. So if this is the most difficult sound for you and this is something you need to practice and you've not mastered yet, don't move on to the middle sound and end sound. It's going to bring more confusion. Focus on the P sound at the beginning of these words and isolate it as just the P sound, p, 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 and use it in the mirror as you're brushing your teeth. Use it just before you go to bed, and have a consistent 30-second conscious practice of making those explosive sounds and paying attention to the awareness of your mouth to make sure that you're using the mouth and the position correctly. Okay? So don't move on if this is very difficult for you, but if you do feel like you can do this sound quite well and you want to keep practicing, let's move on to the P in the middle of the word. Happy, paper, puppet, supper, capital. You can see here that the P sound in the middle, all of the P's are nice and popping. Yes, they're popping. They're alive. They're not weak or soft. So make sure that you get that in your own recordings when you're practicing. Make sure you're using your phone, recording the sounds that you're making, and then play these sounds back and check and see if your P is popping. Is it popping? Check it for me and let me know. Then let's try the P sound at the end of the word. Here we go. Cap, stop, map, lap, top, pop. Perfect. Here's some sentence practice for the P sound. If you're starting to feel comfortable with the P sound, you want to keep progressing the practice, we're now going to put it into sentences. You're going to see the sentence, repeat the sentence after me, and then try it by yourself without any stimulation from me. Please pick a pretty pink pin. So when we're practicing, don't worry about exaggerating the sound, about making it really strong, because you can always dial it back. You can always bring it back down, but the worst thing is underemphasizing the sound, and then you're never really hearing the sound as you're producing it. So that's really important, that you overemphasize is better than underemphasizing. So really give it your all when you give these sounds to make sure that your ear is understanding, hearing, and aware that you're creating the sound correctly, okay? Because in your head, you might think you're doing it well, but actually when you listen to the recording, you might notice that it's not really a strong P, it's much softer than you expected. So maybe edge a little bit more on the sound than you might think, and this is going to help you to get the range of how strong these sounds should be. The apple pie was very popular. The apple pie was very popular. She had to stop at the top of the hill. Great, that's the P practiced. One of these sounds that was for YL, my software engineer friend who recently was my client, who'd been struggling for years trying to practice and speak English, and P, as a native Arabic speaker, was a very difficult sound for him. And when he cleared this sound up, he was able to make presentations and be able to interact at work in a much better way and felt more comfortable and confident in his English. So take this P practice very seriously, enjoy it, and I'll see you in the next one. Remember to post your videos in the WeChat and the WhatsApp group of your P practice. I want to see you guys popping your P's in the group and encouraging each other to do the same. Enjoy your practice, and I'll see you for the next one.